AITA for thinking it's my daughter's fault for getting arrested, and if she goes to jail, it's just a consequence of her actions. So, I'm not sure where to even start with this, but here goes. My 47M, 22-year-old daughter got arrested recently for breaking into some rich people's houses and stealing. It wasn't just a one-time thing. She and her friends have been doing this for a while. They'd gotten lucky up until now, but their luck ran out when they broke into a mansion, triggered an alarm, and the police caught them. It didn't help that they weren't wearing masks, so the cameras caught everything. Outside, inside, every angle. Here's the thing, she could have been shot. There was security at that mansion, and I honestly don't know how she made it out of there without that happening. The cops showed up before anything like that could go down, but she was arrested, along with the others. I've already helped her pay for a lawyer, but the evidence against her is pretty airtight. They have her on camera breaking in. She had a part-time job, and she's been living at home, so there's no reason for her to be doing this. I have no idea what made her think this was a good idea in the first place. Now, she's looking at potentially going to prison and could be kicked out of college because of this. She's going to plead guilty because, well, she did it, and there's no way around that. What's really been eating at me is that she blames me for not doing more to get her off the hook. She's mad at me like I'm supposed to magically make all of this go away. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. She made the choice to do this, not me. Like I said, there's no logical reason for her to break into wealthy people's mansions and steal their stuff. She had a good job, was in school, and was heading down a good career path. In fact, the money she used was just for things she wanted. My wife and I paid for her school, food, clothes, and all her needs. We don't even make her pay rent. There's no reason for her to turn to crime. I guess I'm just looking for advice. How do I deal with this? I want to support her as best as I can, but she's an adult. I can't fix this for her. And honestly, I don't even know if I should. Has anyone been through something similar with their kid? What did you do? How did you handle it? I'm just at a loss right now. Now on to the next story. Story 2. AITA for hooking up with a married woman and causing her divorce? I, 21M, have been hooking up with a woman, 32F, for about 6 months. It started as something casual. We met through a mutual friend at a party, hit it off, and things escalated from there. I knew she was married, but she told me that she was in an unhappy marriage and was planning to leave her husband. She made it sound like the divorce was already a done deal, so I didn't feel too guilty about it. We continued seeing each other, mostly late at night or during the time she said her husband was out of town. I'll admit, it was exciting at first. I was young, she was older, and it felt like something out of a movie. But things started getting serious when she began texting me constantly and wanted to spend more time together. She would vent about how terrible her husband was and how she couldn't wait to be free from him. A few weeks ago, her husband found out about us. He was devastated and immediately filed for divorce. She called me in tears, blaming me for everything. She said that if it weren't for me, her husband wouldn't have left her, and that now she has nowhere to go and nothing to her name. She even suggested that I should take responsibility and help her out since I ruined her life. She has 2 kids, a 10-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. She claims that her husband is going to fight for full custody and that it's all my fault that her kids might end up living with him instead of her. She says that because of me, her life is falling apart and her children might grow up without their mother around. I feel bad about the situation, but I also think it's unfair for her to put all the blame on me. I never forced her to cheat, and I wasn't the one who filed for divorce. I'm also not in a position to support her financially or emotionally. I'm still trying to figure out my own life. So, AITA for hooking up with a married woman and causing her divorce, knowing she has kids?